They have it. That's why they send Jessica targeted ads for King of the Hill now. They're like, yay, she talked about it.
She's in.
She's listening to somebody talk about King of the Hill incessantly. So now she's in into the King of the Hill. So let's get her on it.
Until I watch an episode.
There are a couple of episodes. You haven't seen any?
Not one.
Not a single solitary?
Not a single
Okay,
episode.
there are some episodes that I think you will like. Remember how you watched the Amelia Earhart episode of Bob's Burgers?
Yeah.
You hadn't watched any Bob's Burgers, right?
I had watched Bob's Burgers in
Okay.
school, but not only for learning purposes.
Okay. I think King of the
It's a
Hill.
weird way to put that about Bob's Burgers episode, but
Well, that episode was
only
great.
for screenwriting purposes.
That episode was great. Bob's Burgers is great. There are episodes of King of the Hill I feel certain you would like.
Okay.
And you don't need much background to like the episode. I'm not sure if you'll like the whole series. And listen, like all of these series that have been on for a while, right about season 8 or 9, there's a big old drop off. But I'll put seasons 2 through 6, 2 through 7 of King of the Hill up there with the best of the animated adult TV shows. Like it's really, really good.
Okay.
I'll figure out the episode, but the one where Bobby is taking self-defense classes, that's the episode I think that you'll enjoy. What was the song?
One of the most beautiful pieces of music ever written. The theme from Jurassic Park.
Oh, I'm not
Da
writing that
da
down.
da 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 da.
It's
When
so
it
hopeful.
happened, if I wasn't doing this bit of a song a day as we drive in, I would start making a conscious decision to play my favorite film scores on my way into work because it makes your day feel so cinematic to start things off. It was beautiful.
You need a cinematic day? So you come in 6 hours early and you're listening to
Yes.
the cinematic soundtrack?
If Cam Ward had told me he was watching Jurassic Park and
not even watching
whatever
just
bad John
just
Cena
listening
movie.
to the soundtracks
Yeah.
of these movies to get ready and get hyped up for
It
the
would
day.
make me want to run through a brick wall. It did this morning. What's up, everybody? It is Wednesday, August 13th. It is going to be a good day. Jessica Benson with you from the Grind City Media Studios in Memphis, Tennessee. CJ Hurt behind the glass. Coming up on today's show, we've got playoff spots clinched in the WNBA, Venmo scandals in college football, and Shohei Ohtani in a total rich people problem fight. DeAngelo Williams will join us. We'll chat with him about who knows what. We'll do some WTF stories included in those. Travis Kelce with an alligator, an AI school that costs $40,000 to attend, and Halle Berry's ex-husband is a real goofball. It is a Wednesday. You know what we say. Diana Taurasi, please don't hate me. Please. Please.
She hates you.
Oh, God.
You ready? I've been ready. What are we waiting for?
Kroger shoppers and Grizz fans want exclusive last-minute discounted ticket deals texted straight to you. Sign up with the new Kroger Buzzer Beater deal. Fans can sign up by texting Grizz to 636-479 or visit your local Kroger store in the Delta Division and scan the QR code. By signing up, you agree to receive recurring automated promotional and personalized marketing text messages from the Memphis Grizzlies. Consent is not a condition of any purchase. Message frequency varies. Message and data rates may apply.
Shinedown. Dance Kid Dance Tour. Live in Memphis. FedEx Forum, Saturday, August 30th. With special guests, Bush and Morgan Wade. Get tickets now at livenation.com. Shinedown, live in concert. For more, visit shinedown.com.
Coach Thorpe, to his credit, also taught me, like, just simplify your game. Like, it doesn't have to be difficult. You don't have to do all the up and under stuff. Like, he always talks about getting to the second box. My biggest thing is just do what I can to make the right play. It doesn't, if it ends up in a shot, it does. If it ends up in a pass to an assist, it does. Shooting 72% is credit to, I guess the work I put in and my coach is helping me.
The Chris Vernon Show, live on weekdays at noon on YouTube at Grind City Media and the official Grind City Media app.
You get to the main event, and you hear the crowd. There's some rumblings in the crowd.
Here we go.
They say, "We want truth."
I love how John Cena said when they were chanting, "We want truth." You can't handle the truth.
There you go.
I loved it.
He takes the knee off, boom. Takes the mask off, boom. And it's our freaking truth. God, man, he cost John Cena the match.
Tune in to Grind City Wrestling weekly on the Grind City Media app and on the Grind City Media YouTube channel.
Let's check the over-under totals. Alabama, Georgia, and Texas all at 9.5. LSU, Ole Miss, Tennessee at 8.5.
I love Ole Miss over the 8.5. I think Ole Miss can win 9.
But Ole Miss, they're gonna, Ole Miss, they're gonna lose to Arkansas week 3.
But they could go 9-3. Like Ole Miss winning 10 games
they always
is always
pull some
like
crap like that.
Ole Miss winning 10 can seem a bit of a stretch, but they can win 9.
They're gonna lose at Kentucky week 2.
The Odds Couple, live at 2 p.m. on YouTube at Grind City Media and the official Grind City Media app.
Feels great to feel the sunshine. Gotta own the day like it's all mine. Just got paid in his own time. Been working hard, I've been on the grind. I deserve this feeling, having my way. I've been on this healing. This is my day. The sun's out, let's have a little fun now. I wanna let it all out. That's what's it all about. Cause I deserve this feeling, having my way. I deserve this healing. This is my day.
Grind City Media presents The Jessica Benson Show with CJ Hurt. Live from the Grind City Media studios on YouTube at Grind City Media and the official Grind City Media app.
Good morning, everybody. Happy Wednesday. Hope you were making it through your week. CJ, I am having a crazy morning.
Why?
I think I'm reverting to traditional gender norms.
Did you make breakfast?
I make breakfast every morning.
Did you make him breakfast?
No.
Okay.
But I
all right.
could. I could get on my
All right.
what Halle Berry shoulda, coulda, woulda done.
Other than be fine as hell?
Exactly.
What?
She should have
Listen,
done nothing.
We're going to talk about it, but there's, like, if you are this fine,
You never have to touch a dish in your life.
This is how much housework you have to do. We'll talk about it, but
It's a good meter.
Yes.
Yeah, but no, I didn't cook breakfast yet. And I did start my
Yet.
morning by listening to a fantasy football podcast.
Turn
so I
up.
started in my normal weird blend of human being. But then Chris woke up this morning and he looked on the ground and his eyes got real big. And he was like, I was like, what's wrong? And he goes, well, why don't you come here and look at it? I said, what is it? And he said, come here and look at it. And I go, no. He goes, come here. So I walk over and there's something big with little legs and they're moving. And it's a giant dead bug on the ground. And I screamed. And I said, you take care of it. And he goes, why me? And I go, because you're the man. Oh. And I felt so bad in that moment. But it was a truth. And then he tried to take care of it with a tissue, but it was still alive. And then he grabbed my boot. And then he killed it. And I was so impressed. I was like, oh, thank you so much.
Impressed because
Impressed
because he killed the bug.
Impressed because he did his job.
Okay. All right.
He stepped up.
It's his job.
He's the man who stepped up.
With your shoe, you could have just grabbed your shoe and squashed the bug. Here's the question. What type of bug was it?
It was a wasp. Upon further review, but it was like the biggest wasp I've ever seen. I'm not kidding. Like this. Okay, that's like this big.
Oh, that's a big.
It was a big wasp, and it was still alive. And anyway, I was so proud of him. But like that's a weird. I was like, why couldn't I just kill the bug? I should have done that.
Yeah.
And then it gets worse.
What?
Because suddenly something was happening inside of me this morning, and I didn't know what it was. I said the words to Chris. Hey, when we work out tonight, we're going to watch the Taylor Swift Travis Kelce podcast live at 6 o'clock.
Why?
I don't know what's happening to me. I'm unclear how. I think I'm becoming a Taylor Swift fan. I think they just released a promo this morning of her appearance on New Heights, which is today at 6 o'clock Central Time. And it's Jason Kelce, like, hyping her up. And I love Jason Kelce. I think Jason Kelce is one of the funniest people that we've ever had, like, go from his playing career where he was hyper successful to also being an incredible personality, which helps really, like, make that New Heights podcast go alongside Travis Kelce. But then at the end of the clip, Taylor Swift talks, and she goes, one thing male sports fans want to see in their spaces is more of me. And I started laughing, and I was like, I think I love you. I think you might be my new favorite person. And I don't know how to handle this, because I've always been kind of like a Taylor Swift agnostic. I'm not a Taylor Swift hater, but I'm certainly not a Taylor Swift lover, and I certainly wouldn't plan my night around listening to her on a New Heights podcast. And life comes at you fast. So I understand how the people get, like, caught up in these relationships with AI chatbots, because you never know what your gateway drug is going to be. But mine is suddenly this little Taylor Swift run.
You can't fight what you're meant to be.
I guess.
I mean, we've done this
I've been fighting my whole life.
We've done this this thing in literature a time or two, where it is tale as old as time. I am a werewolf and I'm trying to fight it and control it. But when that moon goes full, I get to howling, I get fangs, I turn all hairy, and I eat a bunch of people, right? Like that's just what's going to happen when you're a werewolf. You're a Swiftie. You've been fighting it all your life. We told you in 2020 you were a Swiftie. Me and Megan on Rise and Grind, you were like, no, I'm not. You've been fighting it. You've been trying to control it. But tonight at 6, you're going to put on your little friendship bracelet, and you're going to throw on your Taylor Swift Eras concert T-shirt. Oh. You're going to do your makeup and get all pretty, and you're going to be like, ha, boom. You're the reasons for the teardrops on my guitar. You're just going to go full-on Taylor Swift fan. There you go. You're a Swiftie now. And you've always been one. I want to be clear. She's always been one. She's fought it for as long as she could.
It's tough.
Is it? You've lost control now.
I'm going to get, like, that glitter that they're putting on their
so
face.
so much glitter is going to be on your person.
That company, like, took off.
Of course it did.
It was incredible. All of a sudden, everybody's buying glitter for their face. I could cover this pimple up with some glitter if I just embraced my inner Swiftiness.
It's going down.
It is, thank God. Yeah. It's really bothering me. Anyway.
What do you mean it's bothering you? Why haven't you popped it?
I did, but don't tell Chris, because I told him I didn't.
Okay, good. Never mind. I hope he's not listening.
Anyway, back
what else
to
do Taylor Swift fans do other than, like,
investigate?
Oh, so you're gonna get a
magnifying glass?
Magnifying.
I'm gonna go full Nancy Drew. See, here's the thing. This is like why I can't be a full Marvel head like you are. Do you have do Marvel people have a name?
I'm sure they do.
Marvelites?
I'm sure they do. I'm not.
Marvelocities?
I'm not in that though.
Marvelopolis?
I just know some stuff about Marvel.
Similar to Marvel, I don't think I could ever achieve true Swiftiness because there's just too much to get into. Like, it would require endless research and, like, immersion. You would have to fully immerse yourself in that world in order to catch up and be at a place where it would mean the same to you. As like my friend texted me this morning and said, if Travis Kelce and Taylor Swift ever break up, it will hurt worse than my parents' divorce. Like, I don't know how to get to that point. But there are a lot of Swifties out there who have been along for this ride, who have been through all the pain, and some of her best work has come through the pain of broken relationships. And now they're so invested. I'm just, like, fringely invested.
Nah, you like to investigate stuff.
I do like to investigate.
So, like,
I am a capital J journalist.
You're capital S Swiftie.
You know what I was thinking of this? I'm not
Is
a capital
Swiftie
J
with a Y
journalist.
or an IE?
I think it's an. I don't know. It's IE plural.
Search your heart and tell me. What is your heart?
IE.
Okay, all right.
I'm Jesse. I'm an IE,
okay.
So then we have a connectivity there. There's capital J journalists and there's lowercase j journalists. I think I'm a cursive J journalist. Is that fair? Is that a fair assessment? That's what I came up with the other week. Just a little cursive J situation. Anyway, we have more important things to talk about. I'm not going to turn this into a Taylor Swift podcast, I promise. I've had people tell me that they're grateful that we're not.
We need numbers, damn it.
It's true. But we have sports to talk about. Like the WNBA action last night. Did you watch any WNBA last night?
Unfortunately, I wasn't able to.
That's okay.
I was on the tennis court.
It's a fortunate situation.
I got in right at the end of Fever Wings.
I'm doing a really horrible job of not watching the Wings. Like, remember when we swore off watching the Wings and just letting Paige Bueckers thrive in her rookie season and not watching the atrocity that is Dallas Wings basketball. However, they did beat the Fever last night, 81-80, except they went on I think it was a 19-0 run in the third quarter, if I remember correctly. We had it on in the background as we were doing things. And it was a game of runs, but despite the fact that the Wings kept building up these leads and then inexplicably losing them, they did hold on at the end for a win. It was Caitlin Clark's 20th missed game of the season. As it pertains to Paige Bueckers is tired. Paige Bueckers is tired and Paige Bueckers is hurt. And she went down in that second quarter and she was rolling on the ground and I was like, ooh, I wonder if this is the last time we see Paige Bueckers for a few games. And then she waved off the sub and she stayed in the game. She's got the back injury she's dealing with. She's been dealing with a knee injury.
Hey, listen.
Man.
Every game, there's something like that. I forget which game it was over the weekend, Friday, Saturday, Sunday. Paige goes down, hits the ground, gets up, and they walk her to the tunnel. And you're thinking, oh, she's done. They're walking her to the back to be done with it. And they walk her to the tunnel. She hits the tunnel, and then she just turns and comes right back. It's like, no, I'm fine. It's like, no, wait a second. At a certain point, you want players like that. Every player should be that way. And you should be able to step in and protect themselves from themselves.
Yes.
At a certain point, you've got to step in and say, all right, Paige, I'm throwing in the towel. You've got to rest and heal your body. Otherwise, these aches, bumps, bruises are going to become legitimate injuries down the line. So let's step in here for a week and a half, 2 weeks, and sit you down and let you get all healed up. Or as healed up as you can possibly be.
We're at that point, and it's been that point for every rookie. It's been a long WNBA season. It's been a tough WNBA season. Who knows the last time Paige Bueckers was on a team that lost this consistently through a season? I think that has to be one of the most difficult professional athlete experiences because when you're a number one pick, you're going to a bad team the majority of the time. And you go from being the best player your whole life and a player so good that you probably elevated your team to a point where you were a winning basketball team, football team, whatever the sport may be. And then you're thrust into your professional career and your team stinks. And you have to play for that coach in Dallas. And it has to be a challenging mental load on top of the physical nature of it because as we say every single year, the insanity of, especially for someone like a Paige Bueckers who goes to a national championship game. So you're playing the entirety of the women's college basketball season. You were playing immediately after you get drafted, going thrown into camp. And then you were playing a WNBA season. And we watched it last year where at least Caitlin Clark got the All-Star break, or not the All-Star break and the Olympics to then come back from. There was no Olympic break this year. And so Paige Bueckers has just been go. And you can just see it take the toll. And objectively, like, she had a bad game last night. And then I looked at the box score. Like, I'm watching the game and not really keeping track of Paige Bueckers' specific stats and happenings. And then you look at the box score and she had 16 points, 8 assists, and 5 rebounds. And I was like, where did that happen? She has been so consistent in spite of everything. Did you know she doesn't have a single-digit scoring game this season?
Yeah.
Not one.
Yeah, she's fourth, I think, all-time in consecutive double-digit scoring streak. I think she's 26, 27 of those. Next person she'll catch, I do believe, is Candace Parker, who has 37. Now, everybody ahead of her is doing it in not their rookie season.
Yeah.
This is her rookie season. And on the injury side of things, or the hurt side of things, because I don't think if you're injured, you can't play.
Right.
She can play. And so she's going to play. Demarius brings this up in the chat. I hope they don't overuse her for ratings. Like the stars of the WNBA are in such a different sort of space than the stars in other sports. The other sports are cemented, have been cemented, and they're fine. The W feels like, okay, it's about to cement itself in the American sports space. They haven't done so yet. We need all of the stars all the time on the court. And so I'm assuming that there is a bit of an obligation, even with Caitlin Clark, where we see that even if she's not playing, she's in arena, she's walking around, she's kissing babies, signing autographs, right? She's being personable constantly, so that you see her in arena. And I feel like Paige Bueckers and everybody in the W looks around and says, hey, we've got to continue this momentum forward. I can't miss games. Not just because it might cost my team a win here or there, but because the health of the game depends on it, I feel like she's shouldering that as well. And so she probably doesn't want to miss games, not just for competitive reasons, but understanding her place in the WNBA space right now. Unfortunate, but like, you're the coach, you're the general manager, you're the front office. You still have to be able to step in and say, hey, babe, just come through, kiss the babies for us. Don't worry about playing for a week or so. Let's try and get you a little healed up right now.
Yeah, and that's where, like, the difference between injured, hurt, Caitlin Clark, 20th missed game, unclear still when she's coming back from her injury. And you know, if Caitlin Clark's well enough to come back, she will come back. And especially if the Fever, as they are expected to be, are playing in the postseason. But Caitlin talked about it on that Sue Bird podcast she was on, like the pressures of, hey, the league is resting on you coming back because of the eyeballs you bring. Like, inevitably, this always sounds disrespectful to the rest of the league when you say it, but it's just a truth. I couldn't help but watch that Fever Wings game last night and think, hey, guess what? ESPN assumed it was going to be on ESPN, and it was going to be Caitlin Clark versus Paige Bueckers. And it wasn't Caitlin Clark. And it hasn't been Caitlin Clark for 20 games. And of those 20 games, a good number of those have been nationally televised games. And how many people ended up not watching because Caitlin Clark didn't play? How many people ended up not going to a game in a certain city because Caitlin Clark didn't play? It is a reality. So we'll see when she eventually comes back. But I'm with you. I don't want Paige to drive her body into the ground for her rookie season. She's already wrapped up Rookie of the Year. No questions asked. She is going to be your Rookie of the Year. And
I'll ask a question or two.
Okay.
I mean, I don't know if you've seen what Citron is doing up there.
I have.
In Mystics.
And that's a testament to how good Paige Bueckers has been.
I'll also say, you know, Kiki has been doing some good things for them as well. Right now, my vote would be for Paige.
Yes.
Something happens.
There's like 11 games left.
Something happens. Like, in 11 games, somebody could go off and say, oh, okay. All right. I'm curious now.
Okay.
Maybe I'm just having a contrarian week. Because if the season ended right now, you said, CJ, vote for MVP. Number 3 would be AT, number 2 would be MVP, and number 1 would be Angel Wilson, right? Like that's just the mood I'm in this week. Maybe I'm cycling. You know, I'm on my dude cycle. I don't know, but like that's just how I feel right now.
Okay, if you're feeling contrarian.
Okay.
Which I think you trend contrarian.
I don't mean to.
I'm saying you just trend. It's just in you. It's like Gatorade. Is it in you? Yes. Contrarian is in CJ. Who's your Super Bowl pick?
Super Bowl pick?
Yeah.
On August 13th?
Yeah.
You want my Super Bowl
pick? I want your contrarian
pick?
Super Bowl pick.
Super Bowl?
Yeah.
Champion?
Yes.
Matchup?
Yeah. Sure. I just asked for a winner.
Gosh.
Yeah, that's called putting you on the spot.
Ravens win the Super Bowl by knocking off. Oh, I don't like none of them dudes in the NFC. By knocking off, Philly can't get back to 1, can they? By knocking off, everything in me wants to say the Lions, but boy, I don't want to say the Lions. That feels icky. Vikings have so much talent, but JJ's their quarterback, and we hadn't seen him throw. Am I going to say...
The Niners have the easiest schedule, but what's going to happen when they get to the playoffs?
I'll say Ravens knock off... F it. The Niners, Super Bowl.
Yeah.
Why not?
Someone asked me this yesterday, and I also short-circuited in trying to figure out.
Am I going to say that, like, NFC, so Matthew Stafford with Devontae Adams?
Matthew Stafford can't move, and he might be dead.
Nakua, but to your point, he can't move.
Like, he's 37. No, I don't like to throw the age.
He's old.
He's 37 years old, and he's fighting through this injury. Like, they're being real about it.
If you're getting back shots in the off season, you're not going to make Jessica shots in your back shots. That's what we call it.
Thank you for clarifying.
If you're getting back shots in the off season, I'm not sure. Like this deep into the off season in the preseason work, like, I'm not sure what that back is going to do. I am pro back shots because it helps you feel better.
All right.
But not this late into the off season. Not this early into the start of the season.
All right, real quick. The late game last night was Liberty Sparks. Liberty won 105-97. Offensive butte from the Liberty, which is easy when you're playing the Sparks, who are atrocious defensively and get even worse without Cameron Brink. And Cam Brink rolled her ankle last night and has an ankle injury, which was tough to see. But the Liberty shot 55% from the field, 50% from three. Had 3 players score 20+. Emma Meesman, a little breakout game, 24 points. She's been with the team 10 days. Starting to situate herself there. 105 points for the Liberty, season high for them. They now have to play the Aces tonight in Las Vegas, I think. And that's an interesting standing games. And Asia Wilson coming off of one of the best performances that we've ever seen in her 30-20 game. So I'll be looking at that. And then the Lynx clinched their playoff spot. They didn't even play yesterday. They clinched their playoff spot. No surprise there, but it became official. We'll take a quick break. We'll come back on the other side, get into the big Venmo scandal. I love when we have a Venmo scandal going into the college football season. We are 10 days away from the college football season, from Farmageddon in Dublin, Ireland. And we've got a good old-fashioned SEC rivalry scandal? Question mark? We'll get into the John Mateer of it all, along with the Shohei Ohtani business after a quick break.
Hey, is it too early for back shot talk?
I hate you.
My fault. Preseason Box to Row Coaches Poll has come out. Jackson State sits there at number 1. This is the 3rd time in the poll's history that Jackson State has been the preseason number 1 team in the nation. And then Tennessee State being at 5, that really surprised me.
Get all of your HBCU sports and culture news by tuning in to HBCU Huddle with CJ Hurt and Mike Wallace. New episodes drop every Thursday on grindcitymedia.com, YouTube, and Spotify.
Grizzlies fans know it's the team that gives you the edge. Big River Steel does too. And much like the Grizzlies have recruited legendary talent, we want you to be part of our team. Are you ready to be part of something legendary? Then visit www.bigriversteel.com. That's www.bigriversteel.com.
Sonic Radio. Welcome back to Sonic RNDIO. That spells radio with me, the CIO. This just in, the new Sonic $1.99 menu lets you build a crave-worthy meal for just $1.99 an item, whether that's a creamy shake, crispy tots, or a quarter-pound double cheeseburger. This just out. Ostriches. They're mean, not very cute, and in my opinion, way too big for a bird. Don't miss the Sonic Fun 99 menu. 5 items, always $1.99. Live free, eat Sonic.
Tax not included. See menu for details.
Speaking of Adidas, are these the Harden 10s?
Yes.
Yeah,
I guess so. From what
you guys don't sound too excited. It kind of looks like when you flush the toilet in the water.
Yeah, it's like a whirlpool.
Want to be phone positive?
Yeah.
Want to be phone positive?
Or artists just making some paint up and they just
Looks like phone positive material.
Yeah, or a thumbprint. The Sneak Fest Show, live Tuesdays at 2 p.m. on Grind City Media on X, YouTube, and the official Grind City Media mobile app.
Scotty Scheffler ran away with the Open Championship this weekend. My God, this guy, he's not real. Have we reached the point with Scotty Scheffler where you don't have to care a thing about golf, but you still know there's a dude named Scotty Scheffler who is awesome at it?
He is solidified himself as one of the greats in the sport. At this point, probably of all time.
The Gary Parrish Show, live on weekdays at 10 a.m. on YouTube at Grind City Media and the official Grind City Media app.
What is the biggest Summer League accomplishment so far for this Grizzlies team?
Tuomas Isalo filling out his coaching staff. The Ryan Saunders hiring was essential. It was big time. You have a veteran NBA voice there.
Hey, Grizzlies fans, be sure to tune in to Grizzbeat, where the panel and I break down all things Grizzlies and take a look at the rest of the NBA as well. The show is live every Wednesday, 2 p.m. on YouTube at Grind City Media and the official Grind City Media app.
Welcome back. Some breaking University of Memphis news. They have their starting quarterback. As expected, Nevada transfer Brendon Lewis will be the starter in their opener against Chattanooga. He is the sixth-year senior. He played 39 games at Nevada and at Colorado. Earlier in his college football career, he is now at Memphis. He is a true dual threat. My favorite fun random fact about Brendon Lewis is that in a game last season, I believe it was the Nevada-Oregon State game, he led Nevada in passing, in rushing, and in receiving in that game. And they beat Oregon State. It was a high-scoring game, and Brendon Lewis was incredible in it. He is a true dual-threat quarterback. The Memphis Tigers haven't had a true dual-threat quarterback in a long time. They have not had a quarterback lead them in rushing and passing since 1990. 1990 was the last time it happened. Keith Benton was the last Memphis quarterback to lead the team in both passing and rushing. I'm excited to see Brendon Lewis. Not necessarily against Chattanooga, but it's a good start.
I mean, it'll be our first time seeing him in the Tigers uniform, so I'll be pretty excited to see that. And listen, they got a couple of warm-up games before the big game here at Simmons Bank. At the bank.
The bank.
The bank opens up on a Saturday for that Arkansas matchup.
Bank.
And we see time and time again, first off, we see time and time again, Memphis is beyond scrappy in these matchups against P4 teams. Memphis goes out there and wins those.
Yeah.
Right. One of the better one of the better non-P4 teams when you think record-wise against the Power Four. Memphis has that, and sometimes when you have a player who at the quarterback position, particularly in college, who can make plays with their legs, it causes the opposing defense, no matter how talented it is, to short circuit, and you're able to pull off wins that otherwise you wouldn't be able to get. I'm excited to see what this kid goes out there, or young man goes out there and does this season for the Tigers.
Listen,
6 years. He's a grown man, 6 years. He's
I was
not
gonna
young
say, this
anymore.
kid,
He's grown.
If you're
This
a
man,
six-year
this
college
man.
football player,
You're a man.
You are an elder statesman of
Yes.
the game. You're not just a man. You are vintage. But CJ and I were talking about before the show, like what leads to a team being overhyped going into the season? And I'm not saying overhyped for Memphis. I think they're perfectly in an expectation sphere just outside the top 25, one of the teams that is expected to potentially chase for the opportunity of being that best group of five team. But you have to have a quarterback to be excited about. And I am genuinely excited to see Brendon Lewis. Now, it's a one-year kind of deal because he is a 6-year, and so you're hopeful that this is the guy who gets this team over the hump and gets Ryan Silverfield his first spot in an American championship game. Look at that, I almost said AAC, but I've moved on. The AAC, dead to me. The American, here to stay.
They got to change that name.
The American, we're happy here for now.
They got to change it.
To what?
Just the A.
I like the A.
The A. We play in
The
what conference you in?
A-list.
No, A-list is too long.
Yeah, but it sounds more elite.
Then the A?
Life is perception.
But the A sounds cool.
The A.
The A. Come to the A.
It is the first letter of the alphabet.
We play in the A. Champions of...
Hey, baby!
Never mind.
All right, other quarterback news from the college football world. Oklahoma quarterback John Mateer, one of my favorites last season when he played at Washington State. John, they call him Crazy Legs Mateer. He's also John Crazy Venmo Names Mateer because he had to release a statement saying that the allegations that he once participated in sports gambling are false. And those allegations came following a screenshot of past Venmo payments from John Mateer, and the pictures were originally circulating on a burner account. So I did not think that this was real when I first saw it. Brian Aguada, not real. He has like 500 followers, or at least when he first tweeted it out, he did. And it said he was a reporter for Deadspin, and that's not true. But it turns out these screenshots are actually real. And as you can see, they are from 2022. One of them says sports gambling. One of them says sports gambling, UCLA versus USC. These transactions took place when Mateer was a redshirt freshman at Washington State. USC UCLA would have been a fellow Pac-12 game. Doesn't matter if it's in league, out of league, whatever. You cannot bet on games if you are a college athlete per the NCAA rules. And John Mateer would have been violating those rules if he was indeed sports gambling, as his Venmo transactions say. Now, he claims that the transaction names were just inside jokes with him and his friends. Oklahoma originally said that they were aware of this and looking into it. I think they eventually said that they don't believe there's any reason why the NCAA would have an investigation, and they don't believe there's an investigation pending. I love the college football season. We are 10 days away, and this feels like prototypical some fan at an opposing school, and this is Oklahoma, so let's just assume it's Texas. When you assume, you make an ass out of you and me, but when I'm making assumptions about rivals for Oklahoma, I'm going to think Texas is probably responsible 99.9% of the time. And I don't know how this person became aware that these Venmo transactions existed, or if he was just shifting through Venmo pages hoping to strike gold, but they did strike gold. And you have to think no one would be stupid enough to label their sports bet, sports gambling on Venmo if you were a college athlete. I've seen stupider. I have within my life, and I certainly understand that people do use jokes as Venmo names and will do stupid stuff. If you were an adult, here's my biggest piece of advice: just make your Venmo private. Venmo is not social media. You don't have to treat it as such. And when you're older too, you just learn to actually name the transactions what they are, because it helps you keep track of your finances, helps you keep track of things in life.
I always just say, you know what?
That's not helpful.
You know what? You know what this is for. Because, Sam and them be coming through to try and get their little piece of it, and I don't want Sam and them to get their little piece of it. Also, when you go to buy a house and they pull up your credit report, like that's on there.
Yes.
So whatever goofiness you have in the subject line of your Venmo payment, that's going to be on there. You're going to have to explain that.
Listen, I went
to
through
the
a
people.
period where I had one word for every transaction I used on Venmo. And
What?
you would think I was a lady of the night.
What was the word?
Sex.
Oh.
Every single transaction.
come
and I
on, Jessica.
I was like 18.
Come on.
I thought it was funny. Ha ha.
We had
So I'm
Venmo
sure
when
John
you were
Mateer
18?
thought it was funny. Whenever I was in college and it became a thing. I think it became probably like my junior year of college.
I don't
so
know
I was
why
like 20,
I
21.
thought Venmo was like a recent phenomenon.
No, we
Okay.
first started having it right around the edge of college because we were able to pay each other back for dinners. And I
Okay.
remember that was such a big thing in the world because you could pay people back easily.
Okay.
Group dinners became a new, because you used to write the credit card numbers out you'd be at a group dinner and you'd write the last 4 digits for every credit card and do the math and do it on the receipt. And then Venmo came around and you're like, we could just do this later. This is a great situation. Do you think John Mateer was gambling?
No, what was the dates on that again?
2022.
And November what?
It was the USC UCLA game.
It was whenever the USC UCLA game.
Yes.
Was. When was the UCLA?
It was the real game.
Okay, I'm trying to find.
What the game was?
Yeah, I'm trying to find the week. It's
November
always-
19th, 2022. USC won 48-45.
So week 12.
Yeah.
Okay, other games that week. Tennessee lost a heartbreaker. Number 5 ranked Tennessee lost 63-38 to South Carolina. Georgia beat Kentucky 16-6. I'm trying to see what other games he would have bet on. Michigan, Illinois. Big time win for Michigan in that. I remember that. It was a high scoring affair. Michigan 19, Illinois 17. Big Ten football alive and well in 2022. There were some good games that weekend.
I'm more interested in who was playing in the USC UCLA game. Number 7 USC versus number 16 UCLA.
Thriller 48-45.
Can you tell me who the UCLA quarterback was?
I can because I looked it up.
Dorian Thompson-Robinson.
Yeah.
He's with the Eagles now.
Caleb Williams.
Well, yeah. And he's Caleb Williams, former Oklahoma quarterback, John Mateer, now at Oklahoma. Circle completes itself.
That circle's full.
Boomer Sooner.
If that's what they say, sure.
I think that is what they say.
Till they play Michigan.
I forgot that.
You forgot? Can't forget about them boys in blue with
Tomorrow
the winged helmets.
we're drafting best sports upsets of all time.
Oh, yeah.
And I already can't wait to take Michigan.
Yeah. That's
It's been a
the
fun
one.
exercise.
Best college football
Best college football
upset.
upsets of all time.
Biggest, best, favorite.
Best.
Okay.
Because not every best is necessarily a statistically biggest.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
There's some opinion that can lead to that.
Yeah, because my opinion is that Appalachian State game sucks.
Exactly, so you're not going to take it.
So.
All right, real quick, one other, I guess we're calling it a scandal from yesterday. The Dodgers are in the middle of a playoff race. Last night, Shohei Ohtani hit into a triple play, and he also homered in the game, and then he lost against his former team. He's pitching against the Angels today. It's the first time he's pitching against his former team in the Angels. But earlier in the day, we got another financial story from Shohei Ohtani, and if I had $1 for every time Shohei Ohtani was named in a little financial scandal, I would have $2, which isn't a lot. It's a little weird that it's happened twice. Him and his agent are being sued by 2 Hawaii-based real estate developers, and they claim that Ohtani and his agent got them fired from a $240 million luxury housing project that was in the making for over a decade. The lawsuit claims that they conducted a calculated and unlawful scheme to interfere with the development of which Ohtani was a public-facing sponsor. So Ohtani was essentially brought in to help promote this project. He was going to be one of the first residents there. He purchased a $17 million home. So these are mansions. These are very expensive houses. And I guess as the project went on, according to the allegations, his agent kept asking for more and more and more for Ohtani to remain connected to the project. And one of his requests, according to the allegations, was keeping 2 specific business partners out of the deal if Ohtani was going to keep working for them. Unclear why they wanted those 2 cut from the project. Also, factually unclear if they wanted those 2 cut from the project, but they were cut from the project, and they think that it was the fault of Ohtani and his agent, and now they want to recoup their losses. So these are all allegations so far. I find rich people fighting over rich people homes like a tad boring. This is just like ultimate rich people problems. But given Shohei Ohtani's history of being connected to money problems, and I guess being connected to money problems isn't fair, being connected to people of questionable financial character, it does make it more interesting because fool me once, his best friend betrayed him and gambled on sports, and now fool you twice, your agent was allegedly conning a real estate deal, perhaps, if you are to believe these allegations. He just keeps getting connected to these things. And you have the people on one side who think this is unfair, everybody's always coming after Shohei Ohtani, he's done nothing wrong. And then you have the other people who are saying, if there's smoke, there's fire. Is there more to Shohei Ohtani than perhaps we know? All I know is he doesn't get all of his money until 2034, so
listen, once is a coincidence. Once is a coincidence.
It's a pattern.
Twice is a pattern.
That's what they say.
3 times is concern. 3 times.
You got one more, buddy.
3 times, and it's like, oh, okay, this is what this dude is. He's a swindler. He's a financial miscreant, if the people will allow for that to be used. Like he is somebody who's gonna swindle you out of your monies and gamble his monies away as well, and hopefully not get caught for him. But whatever, in Major League Baseball, but whatever.
One of the greatest, random aside, one of the greatest documentary names of all time was the Tinder Swindler documentary, because when you just said swindler, my brain immediately went to Tinder, and I was like, why on earth would I think of the Tinder Swindler in these times? That's good marketing.
Because he was a swindler.
He was.
Like Shohei. Maybe.
If
he does it again. If he does it again. If it happens again.
No, then it's just like, oh, poor guy. He keeps ending up with the wrong crowd. He keeps picking the wrong friends.
Birds and feathers, they do stuff together, don't they?
Maybe.
Okay. All right.
That's what they say.
I'm just.
All right, we'll take a break. DeAngelo Williams texted CJ and I before
off the wall
today's show
question.
started and said, in an apocalyptic future, you can choose only one weapon. What are you choosing and why? And then he added, shotgun, have to find shells, sledgehammer, pickaxe, machete. We'll ask DeAngelo why he's asking such big life questions after a quick break.
You ready? I've been ready. What are we waiting for?
Kroger shoppers and Grizz fans want exclusive last-minute discounted ticket deals texted straight to you. Sign up with the new Kroger Buzzer Beater deal. Fans can sign up by texting Grizz to 636-479 Or visit your local Kroger store in the Delta Division and scan the QR code. By signing up, you agree to receive recurring automated promotional and personalized marketing text messages from the Memphis Grizzlies. Consent is not a condition of any purchase. Message frequency varies. Message and data rates may apply.
Shinedown. Dance Kid Dance Tour. Live in Memphis. FedEx Forum, Saturday, August 30th. With special guests, Bush and Morgan Wade. Get tickets now at livenation.com. Shinedown, live in concert. For more, visit shinedown.com.
Speaking of Adidas, are these the Harden 10s?
Yes.
Yeah,
Yes.
I guess so.
From what
You guys don't
speculation-
sound too excited.
Nah.
It kind of looks like when you flush the toilet in the water.
Yeah, it's like a whirlpool.
Like a
You
whirlpool.
want to be phone positive? Yeah. Want to be phone positive?
Or artists just making some paint up and they just
Looks like phone positive material.
Yeah, or
It
a
does look
thumbprint.
like-
The Sneak Fest Show, live Tuesdays at 2 p.m. on Grind City Media on X, YouTube, and the official Grind City Media mobile app.
Scottie Scheffler ran away with the Open Championship this weekend. My God, this guy, he's not real. Have we reached the point with Scottie Scheffler where you don't have to care a thing about golf, but you still know there's a dude named Scottie Scheffler who is awesome at it?
He is solidified himself as one of the greats in the sport. At this point, probably of all time.
The Gary Parrish Show, live on weekdays at 10 a.m. on YouTube at Grind City Media and the official Grind City Media app.
Let's check the over-under totals. Alabama, Georgia, and Texas all at 9.5. LSU, Ole Miss, Tennessee at 8.5.
I love Ole Miss over the 8.5. I think Ole Miss can win 9.
But Ole Miss, they're going to, Ole Miss, they're going to lose to Arkansas week
But they
3.
could go 9-3. Like Ole Miss winning 10 games
They always
is
pull
always
some
like
crap like that.
Ole
you
Miss
know?
winning 10 can seem a bit of a stretch, but they can win 9.
They're going to lose at Kentucky week 2.
The Odds Couple, live at 2 p.m. on YouTube at Grind City Media and the official Grind City Media app.
Preseason Box to Row Coaches Poll has come out. Jackson State sits there at number 1. This is the third time in the poll's history that Jackson State has been the preseason number 1 team in the nation. And then Tennessee State being at 5, that really surprised me.
Get all of your HBCU sports and culture news by tuning in to HBCU Huddle with CJ Hurt and Mike Wallace. New episodes drop every Thursday on grindcitymedia.com, YouTube, and Spotify.
Welcome back. It is Wednesday. That means it's time to catch up with one of our favorites, DeAngelo Williams. DeAngelo, how are you doing?
How you guys doing?
Good. Let's just get into this. We let everybody know the text that you sent us going into today's show about what weapon you would want in the case of an apocalyptic future. Please explain why you were asking this question on Wednesday, August 13th.
Okay, so don't judge us. Like, let's just there's levels to this story, but we're gonna stick with this story, okay?
Okay.
So we're walking around Disney, and I turn to my wife and I go, "Hey, if you had to fight your way out of this place, if you had to fight your way out of this place, and you can only choose one weapon, what would you use to get up out of here?" And like, you immediately become proficient in that weapon. Which one would you use to get up out of here? And I was like, you got to understand, there's like thousands among thousands of people in here. Not all of them attack you, but what are you using to get out of here? And her choice of weapon shocked me
Okay.
because I thought it was lazy and like not really thought out.
Okay.
But it helps me learn a lot about you as a person, depending on what weapon you choose, because I was a horrors 80 baby.
Yes.
And because I was a horrors 80 baby, and I feel like we had the best unique style of making horror movies, I feel like I like to think that based on what weapon you choose, I can kind of figure out what your personality is.
Okay. So what'd your wife pick?
Sledgehammer.
Oof.
Is she strong enough to swing that consistently?
Bro, that's what I had so many issues and problems with. That's why I said, like, I was like, you didn't take the question serious. Like, you couldn't have,
Or I
because
feel like that was just her first instinct, and upon thinking of the logistics of swinging a sledgehammer over and over, she might go with something else. Oh no. Oh no.
Come back.
I'm
there
just telling you,
he
she
is.
said that's the. Oh, we're back.
Yeah, you were frozen.
She said that it's
Say it
the.
again.
Oh, she said it's the one that has the least amount of maintenance. You don't have to do anything other than swing it. So there's no sharpening it. There's no. A blunt tip is a blunt.
Yeah.
Yes.
Love blunt tips.
A forceful object.
Love those
to
two.
swing.
That's exactly what it is. She said there's no maintenance. There's no everything else required maintenance. She was like, I just want to be proficient in it and use it when I need to use it. I don't want to have to condition my weapon.
I would.
And I was like, oh, okay. I was like, oh, okay. I get it. I get what you're saying here. I mean, I like it, but logistically, how you figure like you're gonna swing it though, and that's what she said.
You're gonna like even the swing. You're
so
gonna
I
have to bring
obviously
it
know
up.
how to swing it.
You're gonna have to bring it up here and come down.
It also requires you to
It's
be
not-
so close to your person that you're like.
But
There's
the-
a lot of.
But the other options, the distance
I'm
options.
going with a. I have a clear answer.
And my wife got bad shoulders. And my wife got
she
bad
can-
shoulders.
she can
so
have it. She can have
I
it.
know
You
she
gotta
ain't swinging
know
at that.
your skill set.
That's what I'm
there.
saying. Yeah,
There
I
are
know.
limitations.
Exactly.
The distance weapons, you have to have the ammo for those.
I'm thinking a crossbow
You okay?
because you can put multiple
No,
things
that
in
wasn't
a
a
crossbow.
choice. That wasn't a choice. That wasn't
Oh, I
a choice.
didn't know we were. I didn't realize that your
And
options
even if you take a
were-
crossbow, what do you mean you can put multiple things in a crossbow?
Well, you would want to have your
What?
Your whatever you put.
Did you
in a
just say
crossbow.
that?
You put
arrow. What the hell are you talking about?
Yeah, what else are you
Did you
putting in the crossbow?
You could put like sticks and stuff.
Can you?
If you had to get we're talking about in a end of world apocalyptic situation
And
where it's nothing
also-
but survival. I'd put a human in it.
You put
I'd put a baby. Oh God. You could use anything as a weapon.
You can use
Okay, now I'm
children. We've
curious.
seen the movie.
What can you put in a crossbow?
Arrows, Jessica. That's
yes,
it.
no shit. Sherlock.
That's it.
What?
Don't wait. Hold the hell on. You will not talk to me that way about this. Like I'm in the wrong here. You know you can't no shit Sherlock me when you're talking about putting various things and arrows.
You could also load fireworks, and if you're in Disney World, per DeAngelo's situation, I would go find the firework compartment where they keep billions of dollars worth of fireworks, and I would put those in my crossbow.
Jessica, I don't think you can put fireworks into
In
crossbows.
Minecraft, you can.
Oh, you kiss my whole entire black ass with that.
Well, I'm trying
Get
to figure
outta
out
here.
because a crossbow is like a, what would you call
Not
it?
the whole ass. Not the
A
whole
launching
black
device.
ass.
It's like a more effective bow and arrow. It's a upgraded bow and arrow.
Okay.
So if you were
What-
using
what
a
are
bow and
you
arrow, you could put other things in the bow.
What other things can
You said
what have you
crossbow.
wait? What have you
What?
seen?
What?
I'm trying to.
She
I
been
don't
watching
know.
cartoons
I
or
don't
something.
think about these things. I would
No,
just
they're not
hide.
in
I'm trying to
cartoons.
invent things in my head because you have to be logistically nimble if you are trying to
think
fight in these scenarios.
The crossbow is fine. My issue with distance weapons again is if you don't have the ammunition, it basically just becomes a sledgehammer or whatever, a regular hammer that you're just banging people or zombies. I'm assuming we're fighting zombies in this upside the head. Now, the good thing, Jessica, about the crossbow is if you've got good enough aim, you can, and you're wily
Proficient.
enough, you can knock something out. You can send the arrow through the zombie's head, and then you can run over there and get that arrow back. And so you're not having to necessarily find a whole bunch of new ones. You can just reuse the old ones if you're a good
Yes.
enough shot.
Yes.
Now, you
That
talking
was
about
not
But I'm trying to
one
think
of
if
the
you could
weapons
also
to choose
load
from.
other things into a crossbow. You're acting like you're a crossbow
you
expert
can't
over
load
here.
other things into a crossbow.
Jessica, you can't. That's not what cross. Stop it, Jessica. Stop it. Please stop it. You're.
If anybody in the chat, anybody out there listening knows what else can be loaded into a crossbow, please share with us. So far we've got bow, so far we've got arrows and fireworks. But I would think that the firework tails would be too flimsy
There's
for
no fireworks going in a crossbow. And I can't believe she suggested that, but we're going to move on. That was not one of the weapons of choice. I'm so glad that it wasn't, because we really went off on.
So wait, we can't just choose our weapons? We have to choose from
No,
the ones
you got to
sent?
choose from those 4. Yes.
All right, give them to me again. What were the 4?
You got shotgun, but you got to go find the ammo.
Yep.
You got pickaxe, sledgehammer, and machete.
Pickaxe, sledgehammer, and machete. Do you have any pole options?
Jessica loves the pole.
I do. I think I could work the pole in this situation.
Come on now. I don't like the pickaxe because it would get stuck.
Yeah, I don't want that.
Then you be trying to pull it out, and
Again,
you just
I'm
don't
trying
have
to create
time.
as much distance between myself and everybody else as possible.
He said a pole option. I'm still like, we just gonna just braze over that, like just.
You know what I'm talking about, like a spear or a pole head, like something you could either throw or run into somebody
You just
with.
don't.
And then
You don't want to.
pull
You don't
out.
want to be up close and nasty.
No.
So
that's
what-
how you. I'm trying to survive this thing.
So-
like your
You're
best
gonna
case of
survive it.
survival. Why?
Because you're proficient in whatever weapon you choose.
That doesn't guarantee survival. People who are proficient in
Yeah,
combat
a zombie
weapons get killed all the time.
Like in the military, a zombie horde comes through.
Is this
people are
zombie?
dying.
Because that's another story too.
who
Because if
else
it's
would
zombie,
it be?
you also can't get the blood on you, and you can't.
Yeah, you can.
Sometimes, but you can't ingest it.
Yeah, you can.
Not always.
It's when you die, you become a zombie.
Yeah, I know.
Yeah, so the blood isn't going to, unless you get some type of a disease from the blood, then.
Or if you get bit, again,
Yeah,
that's why you don't want to be close.
I'm never doing this again. I just want to let y'all know, I'm never doing this again.
Sorry
I'm
that
gonna
I
tell y'all what y'all did.
all the levels of this through. Sorry, I'm a woman.
No.
Thank you for
Clearly.
apologizing for that. Finally.
Sorry.
My gosh.
I started the
I've
show
been waiting for that
trying to get
apology
into
since
traditional
2020.
gender norms. Whatever.
Crazy. The levels today have been
I'm
like
finding a place to hide.
okay.
Like
what
right
are
now?
you choosing?
Oh wait, I hadn't chosen mine yet. So the machete.
You also didn't say zombies originally. I thought we were just fighting people.
Who are we fighting, DeAngelo?
You have to be specific.
What type of apocalypse
Zombies.
is this? Zombies?
Zombies. And these zombies do not run. They're the Walking Dead zombies.
Also, they're slower.
Yes.
I don't like any of your options.
Nah, I'm definitely not choosing shotgun because I don't know how I'm gonna find bullets, and
Yeah.
I've never shot a gun before. I'm gonna be a terrible shot.
You're
but
proficient at the weapon.
I don't want to have to find the weapon though. I don't want to have to
Yeah.
find the ammo. Like that's where you
Ah,
get
okay.
caught up at. Whereas okay,
Yes.
I'm running low on ammo. Let me leave my hiding spot to go get more ammo, and that takes you out into where the zombies are to get the ammo. So I don't want to do that. Again, like I said, pickaxe is gonna get stuck, and like you're gonna hit the right zombie at the wrong time, and you're just gonna lose that pickaxe. Machete, I feel like you have to keep sharp, and I don't know. There's some danger there. Also, with me cutting myself potentially, I think I'm going with your wife. I got good shoulders though. I'm gonna take sledgehammer. Yeah. Because my weapon of choice that wasn't listed, aluminum baseball bat. That gets me that's all I need. Casey Jones style, just a baseball bat back here, just whip it out, pow,
I'm
and then put
convinced
it
a
back.
baseball bat could get me far.
Yeah, I could roll. So sledgehammer is the closest one to that. So I'll take a sledgehammer. So that
you going
again,
with,
I can
Jessica?
just stay hidden, and if necessary, pop it out.
I guess I'm going with machete, but I don't feel good about it. I want
What?
something that I can shoot from afar, but I don't want the burden of bullets in a gun. And I'm like CJ, I don't shoot guns.
But
I'd
we're
probably hurt
proficient in it.
myself.
We're proficient
I know
in it.
in this hypothetical, but I don't see a hypothetical world where I'm proficient in guns, so I feel like I have to go with a different option. That's why I tried to go. I promise my logic behind picking a crossbow was there. I apologize if I was wrong in not being able to load other things into a crossbow when you ran out of your traditional arrows going into a crossbow. I watched the Crossbow Killer documentary in my driver's ed class one time and was like, wow, that's an effective weapon. And I've always hung on to that.
You watched what?
The Crossbow Killer. It's a documentary about road rage in driver's ed. Master Drive, Colorado. Everybody had to watch it. I think it happened in Colorado, but it might not have. But someone got into a road rage incident, and the guy took a crossbow out of the trunk of his car and shot the guy and killed him. And it was like, don't fight people on the road. And there's your lesson of the day. And I thought about
driver's
crossbows.
ed?
Yes. The Crossbow Killer.
He killed one person and got coined the Crossbow Killer?
DeAngelo, that's a unique way to kill somebody, right? Like if I'm bopping down the street and I bang somebody upside the head with my nunchucks and they die, I'd be known as a nunchuck killer, right? Like that's just what I'd be known as.
Here's the only problem with that, and this is what's sad about this whole situation. He had plenty amount of time to change his mind because you have to load that thing. In order to load that thing, you have to pull it back. There's a lot of time that passed through. Oh, he was pissed.
He was
like
mad.
he was, yeah.
Apparently
like,
you can't find this video on the web, but somebody on Reddit says, in my driver safety class, we watched a documentary. I forgot he's a priest.
He was a priest?
Wielding priest. It was a red pavement style driver safety film. The highlight is a Catholic priest gets so angry while driving, he takes a crossbow out of his trunk and shoots someone.
He's a Catholic priest? Also, like you see somebody, tempers are hot. I'm assuming that they were both outside of the car? Because they're both outside the car.
All I remember, don't get into a road rage incident.
If they're both, but DeAngelo, feel me on this. If incident happens, you pull over, I pull over, we mad. I go, oh, okay, that's how you feel? And I go to my trunk, and you see me rustling around in my trunk. Wouldn't you just think to leave? And then when you see the dude, like you peek around the corner and you see him loading a crossbow, you be like, dog, are you loading a crossbow right now? I'm definitely gonna leave. What in the hell? It takes, to your point, it takes a minute to load it. It's not just a click bow. Like you got to put it in, draw it back, point it, aim it, bow.
Yeah.
There's a lot in this story to unpack because I don't. That's a lot. Can I just ask questions? Do you have any answers, or is this going to be one of those?
No.
I got the answers for you, D. What you got?
Okay, so like, is this something that really happened, or is this like?
Yeah, it's a true story.
Was this a real Catholic priest?
Yes. Yes. A man of the cloth. Yes.
Something just don't make
Baptist
sense.
priest would never.
I found it.
You found the video?
Yeah, I found it. It's like 10 minutes
Send
long.
it in group.
I'll
Send it in group.
I don't think it's.
Send it
I
in
think
group.
it's like a fake story.
Oh.
Which is so funny because of my entire life, I thought that it was a true story.
Wait, it's fake?
Oh,
it was made for driver's ed classes.
About a Catholic priest?
Listen to what we're saying right now. A Catholic priest.
This is so funny.
Loses his temper and shoots.
But they even They even have newspaper article clippings in the story, so they treat it like it's real.
Jessica, I'm finna tell you what you just
So wait,
did.
hold
You
wait,
just
wait.
almost made us spread fake news.
Wait,
No,
DeAngelo.
I'm pretty sure it's real.
Hold on. Jessica chose crossbow at the beginning of this, and a large part of the reason was this video she watched in driver's ed.
Oh wait, it's a true story. It's a true story.
It is true.
It happened in New Bedford, Massachusetts. A self-appointed guardian of the highways was convicted Thursday of killing another motorist with a crossbow for driving with his bright headlights on. Donald Graham, 56. Donald Graham, 56, faces mandatory life in prison without parole for the slaying, which occurred early last year along Interstate 95 in Attleboro, Massachusetts. Graham did not deny shooting Michael Blodgett of Attleboro with a razor-tipped arrow, but he insisted he only raised the crossbow in self-defense after Blodgett and a passenger approached him in a threatening manner, i.e. how we learned not to do road rage, because somebody could easily say you were trying to escalate a situation and then take out his crossbow and kill you.
That's a lie, because if two people approach you, one crossbow, you only got one shot. He couldn't have loaded it up again.
He sought a new trial in 2013. I don't think he got
killed
it.
one, DeAngelo. I don't think he got the other one.
Oh, so he killed the other one. So like, bad, the other one ran. Like at that point, it's time to
wouldn't
fight.
you run?
Wow.
Hell no, it's a crossbow. What I know about crossbows,
And he was a deacon.
What I know about crossbows is that he can't reload. I just saw him load it the first time. And if he a man of the cloth, he old, and it's gonna take him a. But it never said in what you just read that he was a man of the cloth, though.
Yes, he was a deacon.
So
he was a church deacon.
Deacon.
So that's a Baptist. That sounds like something Baptist would do.
You just said Baptist would never. You just said Baptist would never.
I was lying.
He's changed his mind.
Baptist would absolutely. When she was saying that, I was like, oh, he's probably a Baptist.
He's probably dead now.
Well, did he take his crossbow with him?
Maybe.
They buried him like Daryl Dixon
Anyway,
from
DeAngelo,
Walking Dead.
Thank you for this riveting conversation on Apocalypse, Disneyland, crossbows. I never know what we'll chat with you about, but I always appreciate you keeping us on our toes.
Jessica, you are definitely, out of the three, always have like some stories that are attached to how you come to terms with something that are wild. Like we could never imagine, like, okay, why do you feel this way? Because it's going to be a story we could never guess.
Crossbow killer. I'm happy to spread the lore to a new generation. Everybody should know.
Guardian of the highway.
Bye, DeAngelo. We'll see you next week.
Murdered somebody for driving with their brights on.
Yes.
Insanity.
Yes. And then claimed that the other people, I think, if I remember correctly, it was like a cutoff situation on the highway. So then it escalated in the driving. And then they pulled over, and then the one couple got out of the car, and the guy claimed that because they got out of the car, he claimed self-defense, but he killed them with a crossbow.
I guess stand your ground only works
Is
with
it
guns.
wrong that that's the number one thing I remember from driver's ed?
Yes, very much so.
Did you take driver's ed?
No.
It was mandatory for us.
I wish it was for us also.
It was great.
But my mom paid for like a driving teacher to come to the school, come to the house.
Master Drive.
Come to the house. Called who?
Master Drive. Like you're mastering the drive, not like Master Drive. All right, we'll take a quick break. When we come back, I read a crazy article about an AI school. They're starting AI schools, and here's the craziest part. It kind of sold me. We'll get into it, along with some other WTF stories after a quick break.
Let's face it, there's a lot of trash talk in basketball, but the great teams let their performance do the talking. Like Ford F-150 with Pro Power on board, a class-exclusive industry-first feature that turns your truck into a mobile generator and leaves the competition speechless. Ford F-150, official truck of the Grizzlies. Greatness starts here at your Mid-South Ford dealer. Class is full-size pickups under 8,500 pounds, GVWR.
Catch us if you can at Southland Casino Hotel and win your share of up to $1.8 million in free play and prizes. Join us for drawings every Saturday in May, June, and July. Each month, over 900 winners will take home free play or drive off in a new car or motorcycle. Be there for all 6 grand finale drawings and try to catch us if you can, only at Southland Casino Hotel. Must be 21 up. Play responsibly. For help quitting, call 800-522-4700.
You get to the main event, and you hear the crowd. There's some rumblings in the crowd.
Here we go.
They say, "We want truth."
I love how John Cena said when they were chanting, "We want truth." You can't handle the truth.
There you go.
I loved it.
He takes the knee off, boom. Takes the mask off, boom. And it's our freaking truth. God, man, he cost John Cena the match.
Tune in to Grind City Wrestling weekly on the Grind City Media app and on the Grind City Media YouTube channel.
Did you know the Grizzlies were going to try to get up and get you?
No, I have no clue. I thought the Grizzlies loved me when I worked out because it was like super fun and everything was, just natural. We were just having a conversation. It wasn't like said, what's your favorite color and, like all that stuff.
What's your favorite color?
It wasn't interview.
First date type vibe.
Yeah, it wasn't interview questions. It was just like, hey man, how you doing? Like, and it was just real easy to talk to him. It was real easy to talk to Coach Thomas.
The Chris Vernon Show, live on weekdays at noon on YouTube at Grind City Media and the official Grind City Media app.
What is the biggest Summer League accomplishments so far for this Grizzlies team.
Tuomas Isalo filling out his coaching staff. The Ryan Saunders hiring was essential. It was big time. You have a veteran NBA voice there.
Hey, Grizzlies fans, be sure to tune in to Grizzbeat, where the panel and I break down all things Grizzlies and take a look at the rest of the NBA as well. The show is live every Wednesday, 2 p.m. on YouTube at Grind City Media and the official Grind City Media app.
Welcome back. Let's do some WTF Wednesday to end the show today, starting with a feature I read on a new school called Alpha School. And it is a new, I hate the name. Alpha School, hate the name. New AI school in Austin, Texas. Hated it before I even started to read it. They have branches in Austin where they were started, Brownsville, Texas, and Miami. Brownsville is where Elon Musk has built his company town around SpaceX. They describe themselves as the next global battlefield of education. It is $40,000 a year to go to the school, and it is a 2-hour learning model. So you spend 2 hours on reading and math every day, driven by AI software, and then the remaining hours rely on AI and an adult guide who is not a teacher, but is a guide who gets paid $100,000 a year, 6-figure salary, so 100K or above, who helps the student develop practical skills like entrepreneurship or public speaking or financial literacy or reading comprehension. And then the kids get specialized focus on top of it. So basically, like if you're 7th grade reading levels, but you're 10th grade math levels and your 9th grade writing levels, your learning plan doesn't adapt to the other kids in your class. It adapts to you by using this AI model. And they specifically say they're not a screen school. They make sure that the kids are constantly collaborating with other kids on projects. They have a project that they work on all year. So like one kid created a bike, like built a bike from scratch. Another kid developed an app. And the guides are there for like emotional instruction, emotional help. Listen, I know AI is a lot at the moment, but we're gonna have to figure out what to do with it. And I'm at least intrigued by what this model suggests. You want kids to still be able to read. You want kids to still be able to do math. You want kids to, God, I hope, learn history and learn historical context and be able to become interested in things. But you also have to start figuring out, okay, like what are people going to do? If AI takes over a big number of jobs, how are you useful? What are you able to realistically seek out in doing? Like, we're not at that point now, but it is the kind of thing that you start thinking of. And this is a rich people thing. Like, it's $40,000 a year to go to. So it's gonna be rich kids who are going to it at the beginning stages. And you don't want it to become a furthering gap of kids who are going to these fancy private schools that adapt to how AI is being utilized, and then public school just gets left behind. And you are a screen school and nobody talks anymore. So I was interested in the concept. I hate it in theory, but I was interested in the like 2-hour learning mixed with working on projects, developing passions, figuring out what you're good at. Because I think sometimes traditional school isn't the best way to get kids to learn or be interested in learning.
I hate everything about it.
I know you do.
And you can do everything that you're saying, the good stuff, by, I don't know, valuing teachers, hiring more teachers, getting smaller class sizes.
Agree.
And that would help out the most and the many, as opposed to making this privatized and helping out the ultra rich and then driving the divide further. And they're pushing for this type of technology. They're pushing for the AI piece of the world that we're living in right now. I don't think that we are, as commoners, pushing for AI to do some of the things that AI is doing right now. And they'll have the tools necessary to deal with AI, and we, they being the rich, will. We, the regular, will not. And so it's another way for the divide, the between the haves and the have-nots, the rich and the ultra
rich. The privatization of everything right now, which is very scary.
Everything is being privatized right now. We've got to find a standard so that we can agree on the basics of existence.
Yes.
And this is another one of those things where we just want. I love hey, I'm in 8th grade. I read on 8th grade level. I do math on the 11th grade level. Science, I'm 6th grade level. I love having classes and courseworks dedicated to the individual, not the whole, right? I don't think that it is fair for a 5th grader who struggled through 3rd grade math to then be all of a sudden expected to do 5th grade math.
And then you get left further
and
and
then
further
you get
and
left
further
further
and
and further
back.
behind, and now you're in 6th grade and 7th grade and 8th grade, and then you just decide one day, all right, I'm done trying to follow this, and that can be discouraging. I like that concept, but you can do that concept with actual teachers, not with a virtual or AI school. I think that what we're doing with AI, man, is scary and it's dangerous, and we are already separated. The resource distribution, the wealth distribution in this nation is already alarmingly on the side of the few. It's already alarmingly in the hands of the few, not the many. And this is going to be one of those things that drives it further that way. And certain people just seem to be fine with it.
No regulations is insane.
You can regulate. The fear about AI taking jobs is real. You can regulate it though and say, okay, listen, all right, these things, fine. These other things, no, we're not going to be using AI to do this. And I don't know, this just another one in the long line of things that is really scary to me about AI. It's to the point now to where I'm going to start telling people, hey, don't send me no AI videos. If it don't got 2 people in it, I don't want to see it. Keep those wire backs away from me. Get those clankers the hell up out of here. I want no part of it.
We don't have to use the slurs.
No, F them.
Okay. I agree that it is getting into this rapidly advancing space where it feels like the wheels are off and there's no coming back. And even I learned this isn't AI, and so I don't want to conflate the two things, but I didn't realize that some of the Memphis schools, in Memphis Shelby County schools, rely on virtual teachers now and have been doing that since 2020, but it's progressed every year because we continue to have these teacher vacancies. And it's not exclusive to Memphis Shelby County schools. That's just our biggest school district, and so it makes the news. And I believe at the beginning of the school year, they still had close to 300 teacher vacancies. And one of the ways that they've adapted through that is having virtual teachers who teach on a screen, and there is an aide in the classroom. But it makes me so sad because teachers were such an important part of my life, my education. Like I can look back on experiences I had with elementary school teachers, starting from kindergarten really, but especially my 2nd grade teacher was really important to me. And I can pinpoint her making me interested in reading or science experiments or just being interested in learning, period. And then how that leads me to caring about high school, and then caring about college, and then caring about work, and caring about work ethic, and continuing to learn, and reading comprehension, and everything that goes with that. And if you remove that experience, if you remove the emotional part of learning too, I just don't know what you're doing. I'm with you 100%. I'm just interested. I think the curriculum idea is interesting because we have to continue to adapt. The curriculum is interesting.
Is great.
I love them working on a project for an entire the accomplishment that comes with coming up with an idea, following through on that idea, perhaps finding a passion within the idea that you're interested in.
And it's multiple steps.
Yes.
Right. And you have to think critically through each and every one of these steps, and the results aren't immediate. It is a delayed type of result.
Yes.
When I
you might fail.
When I was in, I hope not. When I was in elementary school, I was in the program for advanced and scholarly students. I was in the PASS program because I was smart in the 4th grade.
Ours didn't have a name because they didn't want other people to feel bad.
Ours did, and it was exclusive, and they tried to keep everybody out. But one of the things that we did in that program was at the end of the year, there was a big project that you had to do. And it does teach you how to problem solve in pieces, right? Here's this big thing. I think I did a report on viruses, right? Like here are viruses, characteristics, that type thing. Here's this big thing, viruses. All right, that's what you have to report on. What steps are you going to take to report on it? How are you going to break it down? How do you organize the thoughts? How do you go from, I want to talk about germs and diseases. Okay, that's way too large. What are germs and diseases comprised of? Microbes. Okay, which microbe do you want? You want bacteria? No. What's the difference in bacteria and a virus, right? Like, it teaches you to think through a problem, a big problem, and take it chunk by chunk, because sometimes big problems are, not sometimes, all the time, big problems are really overwhelming. And the sooner you can learn to break down a big problem and think through it in small pieces, the better off you'll be. So to the point about the big project, I love that as well. I just don't want a clanker teaching my child.
Yeah. I'd be interested, how would you feel about it from the standpoint of, so similarly to the little gifted groups that broke off your past program, or we had a group of 8 who we read at a higher level than the rest of the class, so we would break off. And I remember with Holes in 5th grade, our teacher made a specific packet of advanced work to go through Holes, and we read at a faster rate. And it was a really, I think back on that, I was obsessed with the book Holes, because I was in this small group where we talked about it every day, and we were having ethical conversations about the kids and having to go do these essentially like labor camps because they were deemed bad children, and what it would be like to have to do that every day, and would you try to escape, and all this stuff. But then the next year, I think, or it was maybe the next semester, we were doing like Where the Red Fern Grows, and our teacher told us that we couldn't do the breakout session because she didn't have the time or materials to make the packet for us that year, because she had done it on her own. She had gone on her own. We had a big class, and we gained like 8 kids over Christmas break, and they put them in our class. And I remember her apologizing, and I remember being really bummed. And she's like, you guys can do this on your own still, but what if you utilized AI in that sense, where the teacher is able to ask a program to make a special packet? Like, that's where I think it can be used positively. It doesn't all have to be, not everything about it has to be bad as it comes through. But that goes back to the regulation.
What you're talking about is utilizing it as
a program,
a tool. You're talking about using it the same way that we would use a hammer to put a nail into the wall. Yes. Right? We're not asking
a computer to do a search.
We're not asking the hammer to clean up the house, make the food, raise the
a real
children,
clanker.
right? Like that's fine. Using it as a tool is great. Using it as a replacement for people is where I have the problem.
Yes.
Where it becomes okay, hold on, what are we doing? How does this make us better? And does it make us better, or does it make us lazier and more compliant and more willing to overlook the ills of the world for the convenience of myself individually? Right. And that's what I don't like. So in that example that you gave, that would be great. It would also be great if in that example that you gave, taking it a little bit away from AI, if 8 new kids come into the district, that's fine. We can divvy them up because we got class sizes that are manageable already.
That would be the best case scenario.
Right, like that would be good.
And you have enough teachers to fill every one of those classes.
That would be good as well. But in lieu of that, a teacher using AI to make the job easier, fine.
Yes.
A school district or a private school emerging that's relying solely on AI teachers,
bad.
Like that's just not something I'll ever agree with. Again, keep those wire backs away from me. Get those grease guzzlers the hell up out of here. Tell them I said it. Phone, you listening to me? I hate the wire backs. Keep them away from me.
If my daughter comes to me and says she wants to marry,
I'm flipping the table over.
Robot.
I'm disowning her immediately.
Did you happen to see that story? I didn't dive fully into it, so I can't talk about it like collectively, but more and more people are falling into psychosis with relationships with their AI chatbots. And like your first instinct is to kind of laugh and be like, wow, what an idiot. But then you read through it and it's really sad. It's the reminder of how, almost like how every single one of us is 6 degrees away from falling into hard times. You like to think that you would never get got by one of these situations, but you can see through loneliness, downtimes, whatever it may be, like people who have been resting on chatbots as their therapists more and more, and it's really bad. Like again, taking someone who would be a human interaction usually and putting it solely reliant on AI. And it's happening more and more. I remember I listened to that podcast a year ago. I think I had you listen to it. The woman who fell in love with her chat GPT, and it was kind of like hee hee ha ha. That's happening a lot.
Yes.
A lot.
I think both can be true. It is sad, and it is like, oh, your heart breaks for these people. but also like, what the hell is your dumb ass doing? Like, what?
I don't know.
How are you
I
not
can't.
mentally capable of understanding as a grown up that
That's the question, but it keeps happening.
Hey, this thing is not real. Real is what people have. So go out there. If you're desperate for a connection, go out there, be a little uncomfortable, deal with a bit of anxiety, sit down at your local bar and talk to people who are also sitting there, and you'll eventually find somebody who you can rock with. Also, go to a church. Start going to church. Go to Bible study. They're always looking for people. Sit down with some of them and hang out outside.
Yeah.
Join an adult sports
Just not
league
the
or something.
not the church that's trying to say women shouldn't have a right to vote.
Listen, hey.
If we can avoid that church and find another church, I'd be great with that.
But like adult sports leagues,
Yes.
join some of those and then
Hobbies.
just see where that takes you.
Adult dance classes.
Find you a good hobby
Fitness,
to do.
gyms.
Get to a gym. Find you a way to do that. You will eventually come across somebody who you generally vibe with, and then you'll take it from there, right? Like it can't be, all right, the only way for me to have any sort of a connection to anything is this AI online type of thing. And parents have got to start talking to their kids about this.
Yeah.
Parents have got to step in and say, hey, children, you're not, Siri is not your friend. Siri is not a part of this damn family.
Go next door.
Do not talk to Siri
Play
like
hide and
that's
seek with
your
Peggy Sue.
long lost aunt. Like,
Yes.
Here you go, kid. Punt that little effer outside. Say, take your sticky fingered ass out there and play in the dirt with somebody. I don't care. Find them. Go. Here's your boundary.
Please.
Go get it. Leave me.
Do
No,
it.
but like this.
Yeah.
This is getting. I meant to send you one, because now I hop on as I rave and rant against the AI. Every now and then I'll hop on one on Instagram just to see what they'll say. And oh boy,
Well,
they are good. And what I try and do, because I'm a CJ, I try and see how far I can push them before they say, okay, that violates Instagram's terms and conditions of agreement. It's like, oh, okay, so there is a bit of a standard here.
it's not AI, but it's a scam. I sent the Dan Wetzel piece from ESPN.com this
Heartbreaks for
week,
them,
which
too.
I would advise everybody read, and it's the story of a young high school football player who, stereotype perfect kid, high school football player, prom king or homecoming king, tons of friends, had a girlfriend, and he gets a message one night from a pretty girl on Instagram, and they start chatting back and forth, and eventually she asks for him to exchange pictures, and she sends one, and so then he sends one, and suddenly the second he sends one, it flips, and this isn't some pretty girl talking to him on Instagram, it's someone demanding X amount of money, or we're gonna send this picture to your family, your friend, your girlfriend. He had a girlfriend at the time. He's like begging for them not to. And they're like, give us this amount of money. And he didn't have the amount of money that they were asking for. So he sent them what he did have and was like, I'll give you the rest when I have it. And they're like, nope, that's not good enough. Just sent that picture to your girlfriend. Have fun explaining to her why you were messaging so-and-so on this night and sending her naked pictures of yourself. And this young man, in that moment, took his own life. Within like an hour. Start to finish of the whole thing happening. I can't speak for him, but one would assume from reading the story that he felt so cornered in by this mistake that he had made, embarrassed, worried, felt like a failure, that he saw one way out, and that one way out was to go find his father's gun and shoot himself. Horrific story, and a good warning for everybody, from young men who I guess this is happening to more regularly, particularly those who are in the sports space and have something significant to lose. They said they were going to send it to all the coaches who were recruiting him to. And then also old people constantly, and anybody, again, it's anybody. It could happen to any of us at any given time. Let's end with
Have they tried to get you?
Yeah, I had a horrible one.
I've gotten, whoa, wait, what?
Someone called me and said that there was a warrant out for my arrest and they were coming to arrest me. And you know me, like, I never want to get in trouble. That's not my jam. And so I'm freaking out. And they had me tracked in a place that I'd been in California. The call came in from the police department of the city that was calling me. Full caller ID with suggested such and such police department. And I called it, answered it, and they said there was a warrant out for my arrest. And I said, for what? And they said, vehicular manslaughter. You killed someone and you left them on the road. And I was like, no, I didn't. When did this happen? And it was a time when I was in that area, and it was a couple years back.
Yeah.
And they're like, we're just now connecting this to you, and so you can send us this amount of money to delay your arrest.
Okay.
And in the moment, that's insane. If there was a warrant out for my arrest for vehicular manslaughter, that police department would have called the police department in Memphis, and they would have come and arrested me. But your brain does not compute normally because you are scared out of your mind. And luckily, Chris was there, and he can like hear the panic rising in my voice, and I'm trying to explain that this is not me, could not be me. And he's like, put it on speaker. And he starts having me ask them questions. And one of them was, can you tell me my social security number? Like me asking them to tell me, and they couldn't do it. And they're like, well, why don't you tell us your social security? And Chris was like, no, don't do that. And eventually it got to the point where Chris was like, just hang up. And I'm like, I don't want to get in trouble with the police department. So I hang up, and he says, call them back. And I call them back, and the police department answers. And Chris's eyes get kind of big. And they're like, this is so-and-so police department. I go, this is Jessica Benson. I just got a call from you guys. I was talking to an agent who said that there's a warrant out for my arrest. And she goes, there's no warrant out for your arrest. They've figured out how to scam to the point where our phone number comes up. You call it back. It's our very real phone number. It's coming through our phone system. It is not us. It is a scam trying to get your money to secure your place out of jail, which is not a thing that you can do in this world unless you operate in really wealthy circles. But I think about it to this day. It was so scary because for a brief moment in time, I thought something horrific had happened. And you're like, I would do anything to get out of this. Like if someone asked me for $5,000, I would try to figure out a way to give it to them. You like to think that you wouldn't, but you do. Has it happened to you?
I think the starts of it have happened. It's like, no, there's no way in hell this is real. I had a couple years back just randomly numbered, hey, how's it going? We hadn't talked in a while. No clue who the person is. Like, hey, man, what's going on? What's good with you?
This text.
And so we like, hey, we going back and forth. It's like, wait, I see three messages. Like, okay, I can't figure out who this person is. Hey, who is this? It's me, so-and-so. It's like, I don't know a so-and-so. It's me, so-and-so, followed by a naked pic. I'm like, oh, hot damn. Whoa. I was like, so-and-so, I think you meant to send this to somebody else.
To such and such.
And the person was like, oh, no, I'm so sorry. I feel so bad and embarrassed. Like, hey, don't feel bad and embarrassed. It happens all the time. Then the message comes back with, yeah, you like what you see? Like, block. Nope, you're not getting me. No. I don't know who the hell you are, what the hell you're after, but you won't be getting me.
But I don't like what I see.
Well, I don't know whose picture it was, and I hope for that young woman's sake that she's able to get justice, but it was a good pick. It was a damn good pick, Jessica.
Let's end with one funny story on our way out. Can we just quickly talk about the David Justice Halle Berry situation?
How's that a good story? How's that? That is more depressing than AI.
Idiot. Because this man is so dumb. Like, I don't like to call people dumb, but he's dumb. So David Justice, who, for those unfamiliar, 3-time MLB All-Star, once was married to Halle Berry. They are since divorced, and you can see why. Do we have the clip?
Yeah.
Can we run the clip of what he had to say about why his relationship did not work with Halle Berry? Halle Berry!
It really wasn't a lot of negative attention until I decided to leave her in 1996. I remember Halle saying to me, hey, she asked me to marry her after knowing me for 5 months. So I'm looking at my mom, and I'm a Midwest guy. So in my mind, I'm thinking a wife at that time should cook, clean.
Traditional.
And then I'm thinking, okay, if we have kids, is this the woman I want to have kids with and build a family with? And at that time, as a young guy, she don't cook, don't clean, don't really seem like motherly. And then we start having issues.
Who got Halle Berry, one of the most beautiful women of all time.
A modern day Cleopatra.
Issue because she didn't cook, clean, or seem motherly. You blocked your own blessing.
That's on him.
He's going to get to heaven one day and be like, God, I kept asking for the perfect woman. And God's like, I sent her to you, you idiot.
I sent you Halle effing Berry, dog. What are you talking about? Okay, again, if you are this fine, you only have to clean so much.
Yeah.
Right? And it levels out.
I'm not gonna place a woman's necessity of being able to cook and clean based on her level of attraction.
As the furthest right person on this show, there are things that we tick off, all of us, on the check box. So you have some of one. If you have a lot of one, that means you can be deficient in something else. It just does. So if you can clean and cook your ass off,
deficiency.
You can be busted. It's fine.
It's just maybe she makes him laugh.
If you are funny enough, you can get away with that. Right? Like Paul Rudd got to be Sexiest Man of the Year.
That's true.
Because he was just funny. He's a genuinely funny guy. Funniness, 10. Caring, empathetic guy, we all assume he's pretty that, right? So 10 from what we know. Right? Paul Rudd, physically, like a 4. And that's fine. You got to be 10s up there, though. And Halle Berry, back on Halle, she's a 10. She's a D. She's a 10.
She's Halle Berry. Hallelujah.
My goodness. Come on, man. Halle Berry, Halle Berry, Halle Berry, Halle Berry. How's that song go? Yes. She fine as a... Dick in the hills, everybody wanna cover Halle Berry, Halle Berry. Like, come on, man.
Yes. All right, that'll do it for today's show. I'm gonna go look up what you can load into a crossbow, and then I'm gonna bring it tomorrow. Is that a threat? I don't mean it. Remember when I said I'd put a baby in a crossbow?
You did.
Maybe the craziest thing I've ever said on the show.
We moved right past the baby in the
crossbow. Yeah,
crossbow.
nobody said anything. We moved fast. All right, everybody. We will see you tomorrow. It'll be a Thursday. Teresa Walker will join us. We have another weekend of preseason football ahead.
Yay.
Don't worry, we're so close to the end. When I said we're 10 days away from college football, 10? I can count that on 2 hands. We'll see you all tomorrow. Have a good day. Bye.
That's math you can do, huh?